Coach Laird here. We're going to go over what I call Fantastic 10 foam rolling. It's a mobility and flexibility program that you tie into your normal flexibility work that you're supposed to be doing at nighttime and before games. So, foam rolling, self-myofascial release. Foam rolling is just the easier way of saying that. Now, you can do self-myofascial release with multiple devices. It doesn't have to be with foam rollers. So, most of you are going to be introduced to a basic foam roller like this, okay? Basic foam. That's what we're going to demonstrate with today. But before I demonstrate, I'm going to show you some other opportunities that you can use when you're doing this. PVC pipe. You can buy this at Lowe's. It's $3 to $5 for maybe a foot to a foot and a half length. This is for more advanced athletes. This is going to hurt. Remember, if it hurts when you're foam rolling, you definitely need it. Third, a med ball. This is probably my favorite, especially when working with the upper and mid back. I use this all the time. It's a lot harder. You're going to get in there and dig a little bit deeper than usual. Lastly, lacrosse ball. You can use a baseball as well. We can also use softballs. Any kind of smaller ball. This is going to dig in there and get more trigger points. It's going to be a little bit more focused and detailed with your foam rolling. So, now, before we go any deeper, let's go into basic 10, okay? We're going to start with the first one, the first exercise, IT band. So, the IT band's right here from the hip, attached to the hip all the way down to the knee. When you do the foam rolling, think rule of 10. That's why it's called Fantastic 10 foam rolling. If you need more than 10 rolls, go ahead and shoot for that 20 to 30 reps. Just make sure you follow the 10. If you're a little more sensitive in certain areas, follow the 20 to 30 rep rule. So the IT band first, I'm going to be right here. One of the rules that you want to have when you're foam rolling is I want you to think big, nice movements, under control, tempo, when you're foam rolling. Make sure you're breathing, okay? Fascia has a big benefit of smoothing it out and being nice and mobile if you're breathing. Don't hold your breath when you're doing these things. As hard as it is to do this exercise, as painful as it can be, control your breathing. It'll help a lot more with the mobility. You'll feel a lot better as well. So once I find the knot, small rolls. So we're going from big rolls to small rolls. Both sides, okay? So that's the right side, and then I will go to the left side. Now, next exercise, number 2, three-way hamstring. Three-way, first one, toes pointed straight up, put as much weight as I can tolerate with this, back and forth. If I'm going to put more weight, I put my other leg on top of here, back and forth. Small rolls, as soon as I find a sensitive spot, short roll, okay? Second part of three-way, I point my toe outward, roll the outside part of my hamstring. I'm back and forth right here. Digging in there real deep, okay? Third, inside, okay? I'm going to point my toe to the inside. This will be a lot more sensitive for most of you athletes right here. In the past, most of my athletes, they kind of get a little sensitive when they move that toe on the inside. So dig in there real deep for me, okay? Third exercise, quads. We're going to roll here on our stomachs. Right leg first. Bring this right leg on here, back and forth. If I'm going to put more weight on it, I put my other foot on top. Digging in there real deep. Both quads back and forth, okay? Now, fourth exercise, lacrosse ball, okay? We're going to do it on the bottom of our foot, okay? A lot of guys will have ankle mobility issues. That fascia that's on the bottom of the foot, you create that more mobile, a lot more pliable, you'll have a lot more range of motion. So you're going to dig in here deep, lacrosse ball on that heel, work on that real small. As soon as you find a sensitive spot, work on that range of motion. Now guys that have ankle mobility issues, okay? I want you to follow this with a calf stretch. Calf stretch could be a 10-second calf stretch, nice and easy. The ones that have a little bit more ankle issues, you can go a little bit longer, okay? So we'll follow this, nice 10 rolls, get that range of motion out, then you can follow that with a calf stretch either up against the wall or use a bumper in the weight room to kind of get that increased range of motion that you may need. Next exercise, we're going to foam roll the groin. Put the shoe back on real quick. Cross ball off to the side. Now the groin, a little bit sensitive area. We're going to roll the inside of that leg, okay? So get the foam roll off to here to the side. I'm going to bring my leg out almost at a 90-degree angle. I'm going to roll back and forth from the inside of my groin all the way to my knee. Range of motion. Again, we're following the 10-rep rule. As soon as you find a sensitive spot, nice, easy, short rolls, back and forth, both sides. Again, next exercise, we are at our 6th exercise. It's called the piriformis, okay? One leg at a time. I'm going to lift one leg up, 90-degree angle. I'm going to point this knee down to the ground. Whatever leg is up, that is the part of the glute that you're going to roll. So I'm going to roll my right butt cheek here, And I'm going to dig in there real deep. That piriformis sits up there. You're going to feel that real sensitive. Back and forth. Increase that range of motion. Get rid of that sensitivity. This will make a night and day when a lot of people that have that low back tightness and stiffness. You keep this loose, that'll help out a lot, especially in the sacrum area. Okay? Roll both sides. So I'm just do the same thing with the other side. Foot up. Bring that knee down to the ground. Roll the left glute. Okay? Left side of my butt. Back and forth. Back and forth. Alright? Now, exercise 7. It's our lower, middle to upper back. Okay? So the first thing I want you to pay attention to, lower back. I'm going to start here. When you start with the lower back, let's keep our hands up here overhead. That way we can decrease some of the weight that's put down on the foam roller. I'm just going to roll back and forth on the low back area. Okay, this is a very short range of motion. I'm rolling back, forth, feeling it. I just got a pop in my sacrum right there. Made a big difference immediately just from a few rolls. Now, next exercise, the middle part of the back. Okay, middle to upper. When you're doing this, I want to get in there deep. Okay, the way we do that is we grab the back of our shoulder blades. I'm going to grab them here. I'm going to increase range of motion. Back and forth right through here. You will feel some pops in the middle of the upper back. Dig in there real deep. 10 roll rule. If you need a little bit more, increase that range of motion. Okay? Next exercise. We go straight from the lower to middle upper back to the pec and the shoulder. Okay? So, pec and the shoulder. I'm going to get the foam roller right here off to the side, and I'm going to dig in here real deep. You can do this with a med ball. It'll be a lot easier with the med ball, but I'm getting in through here. I start at the pec, then get right outside to the shoulder where my biceps tendon is. This feels really good, especially to those overhead athletes that are constantly throwing, okay? Now, next exercise will be the trap smash, number 9, okay? So I'm going to get up against a rack here. All right, so now the exercise 9, as I just said, trap smash. You're going to use a lacrosse ball. You're going to find a post, preferably in your weight room. You might have to use a wall or a dugout. If you're at the baseball field, you're going to put the lacrosse ball on that post. I'm going to dig in here real deep where my trap is. I'm going to find a sensitive spot right here. So here's my first sensitive spot. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to roll up and down, side to side. Once I start getting that sensitive spot, I can get some shoulder and arm flexion extension, work range of motion, kind of feel that sensitive spot. Then I can start rotating my head, work on that range of motion. Traps get real tight, that upper neck, upper back gets real tight. That'll help a ton. So, right side, I'm going to do the same thing with the left side. Find that sensitive spot. Dig in there real deep, short range of motion. As soon as I find that sensitive spot, it's going to be a little sensitive, especially for our overhead athletes, like I said before. Up and down, head movement side to side. That'll help a ton, alleviate some of that stress. If you get tightness in through here, if you're feeling it up through the neck, feeling it through here, even up there, the levator scapula and our shoulder, a lot of guys get tight there and they don't know how to stretch that. That's one of the exercises. So now, last exercise. We go to a lat and shoulder smash with external and internal rotation. Okay? Sounds very hard, it's very simple. So you can do this with a foam roller, or you can do this with a baseball or a lacrosse ball. You're going to get down on the ground here. Alright? So I'm going to roll out my lat, roll out my shoulder first. Back and forth, kind of get that range of motion in, short rolls. Once you find a sensitive spot, most overhead athletes, you're going to feel it on the back of the shoulder. Okay? Dig in there real deep. Once you find that spot, bring the elbow down to the ground. Lead with your fingers, internal and external rotation. It's going to clear up a lot of those trigger points at the back of that shoulder, help increase that range of motion. Okay? You're going to do this with both sides. Even if you're just a right-hander, do it with the left side. Okay? We want to make sure those lats are getting loose. Make sure we're not having any tightness holding us back. The advanced version, lacrosse ball. Here, dig in here real deep. Find a sensitive spot immediately. You'll know as soon as you try this. Internal, external rotation. Okay, dig in there real deep. You right here, this last one, since a lot of us are sensitive in this spot, you can go ahead and do this for about 25 to 30 rolls because you're going to need it. So, Fantastic 10 foam rolling. You can also call it the Fantastic 10 self-myofascial release. All 10 of these exercises, it's going to use your entire body, help with the range of motion, keep the range of motion that you need to perform at your best. Coach Larry, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Larry's Training LLC. Make sure if you're watching this, you bought my book. Keeping updates. Till next time, see ya.